Really Reviews.
Hello, Nico. We just did some studio redecorating for the audio listeners. Do you want to describe what's happened to the studio? Well, we're in a new space, but
yeah, we're just the room over.
yeah, and we redecorated.
We put up 2 movie posters, one from Spider-Man 2 and the other from The Dark Knight.
And then we have our board up again with the beautiful resume of Alan Chow.
When I Googled this movie...
Oh yeah, we saw Asteroid City, by the way. That's what we're talking about today. By Wes Anderson.
Newest Wes Anderson film. When I Googled this movie, the audience rating summary is 2.1 stars off 98 ratings.
Why?
And there's just like a ton of them. There's just an influx of 1-star reviews.
Is this being review bombed or something?
I don't know.
It just came out like yesterday, so today's technically like the first Friday weekend release. So I don't know. Our theater was packed.
Yeah, you want to explain what
Yeah,
we had in attendance?
I'll let you describe this man's physical appearance, but we had a laugh track, just a one-man laugh track, Marvel-esque fan in the audience, just cackling at every single joke in the movie. And there were some funny jokes in the movie.
There were things that weren't even like intended to be jokes, and he was just laughing, dying.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, it was strange. I don't know if he was drunk or high or just weird.
Hey, maybe he's loving life.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but like, and the movie's funny. It's a comedy. It's funny, but it's not as funny as that guy. So like, did that ruin my experience? No, but like, it definitely distracted my attention. I kept looking over at you and looking over at Chase.
It left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to describe his physical appearance? That was kind of...
He just looked like Bubble Bass from SpongeBob. He was just one of those looking guys. That's the only way I can explain it.
Real cutie.
Is Bubble Bass a cutie?
Sure. You want to talk about the movie? You want to get into that?
Asteroid City, world-changing events spectacularly disrupt the itinerary of a junior stargazing space cadet convention in an American desert town around 1955.
Yeah,
in Nevada, California is like the area, and they have nuclear testing in 1955 for some reason.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, this is odd. It says initial release was May 23rd, 2023, but it came out.
It had a festival release. I think it was at Cannes.
Oh, okay. But theater release today, Friday, June 23rd. Director Wes Anderson. Cast is huge. Budget was only $25 million, actually. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
If you have not seen a Wes Anderson movie before, when I say this is just another Wes Anderson movie, it is just another Wes Anderson movie. He has a very unique style. It's highly choreographed, sometimes long takes, odd dialogue, but just odd dialogue structure. It's very wordy, quick dialogue structure. I have often compared it when I've been talking to people, and I'm definitely not the only one to do this, compared his movies to plays with their highly choreographed stuff. And this movie actually is kind of a play. Is that a spoiler? It's the opening scene.
No, it's not a spoiler.
So you're like watching a play happen. The movie is a play, essentially. Right. And you're seeing like behind the scenes of the play like the whole time.
Yes.
So that was kind of the gimmick of the movie. All of his movies are like that. He fits the style. If you haven't seen any of his movies before, it's kind of hard to describe. That's kind of what I just try to do. But like, go watch one of his movies. If you like Wes Anderson and his other movies, I think you'll like this. That's my sentiment.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite Wes Anderson. I can point you to the other ones that I do like. I like Fantastic Mr. Fox better. I like The Royal Tenenbaums better. I like Grand Budapest Hotel better. But this was still good. French Dispatch is the last one I saw in 2019 or 2020. It was also good.
2021 is when it came out.
Okay, yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
That was also good, but this is more Wes Anderson. I don't want to I don't have a ton of negative to say about it because it's good. It's well-made stuff for his style, but it is just very much his style. So if you like that, you're going to like it. If you don't, you're not going to like it. And it's not the best in that category for me. What did you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know what I would score it though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm having a hard time doing, because I asked Ethan before we recorded if we had reviewed any Wes Anderson movies before, and he said no. So I don't really know what to do for this one. I mean, if you guys, we got other people in the room right now, what would you give it a score if you had to give it a score?
Probably 7 out of 10.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's sort of along lines of what I was thinking.
6-9.
What?
What?
What about you, Ethan?
Probably like a 7 or something.
Yeah, so we got 2 7s and a 6-9. Well, I don't know. What would you score it?
I'm gonna
get into the
complain.
scoring right now.
This is off topic. Ethan, it should be higher.
I actually think it should be lower, but
It's because it didn't have a Superman or like a a Green Lantern in this. The only reason he gave this a 7 was because he didn't have a superhero in this film.
that's not true.
That's definitely true.
He liked the Scarlett Johansson scene, though.
Oh, whoa. Spoilers. Yeah, did you like Scarlett Johansson's character?
Yeah, I liked her and who's the leading guy?
We should if we're gonna talk to him, we should get him a mic.
No, this is just a quick question.
All right.
Because she was like a Marvel actress.
Yeah.
Was there anybody else in this film who was a
There
Marvel
has to have been.
or DC actor?
Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she has like 3 lines.
Because that's the other thing I guess I should mention. All of his movies have huge ensemble casts, and since he started his career and got notoriety.
It's okay, I'll fix it.
The studio's already falling apart. Since he got notoriety, he's had huge ensemble casts with star power, and that's the case here. Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, like we said, a lot of his other mainstay
Hanks,
actors.
Margot
Adrian
Robbie.
Brody is in it. Margot Robbie, yeah.
Adrian Brody, Edward Norton, Bryan Cranston, Matt Dillon, Jeffrey Wright, ton of people. Oh, Steve Carell, can't forget him.
Oh yeah, and that's apparent in all the marketing too. They market these movies they have with the star power, which makes sense. That gets
Willem
people out to
Dafoe.
the theater.
Yeah,
Willem
there's
Dafoe.
just a million people in this movie.
Yeah, so.
But
Jeff,
this
Jeff
is unlike-
Goldblum had a nice role. I won't spoil what it is,
Yeah,
but I like
I
Jeff
just was about
Goldblum's
to
role.
call
It was
that.
a perfect casting. Often it is for him.
Well, so we saw Amsterdam, and I was thinking, oh, this
It's another
boy,
ensemble
This boy
movie.
is, just filled with people.
Yeah.
But I think this did it better with the big cast.
It's what Wes Anderson does. I think he handles these things better than... I mean, David O. Russell's a good director, too, but he seems to sort of have fallen off since his weird... He was kind of a part of the Me Too thing. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is a Wes Anderson movie. I don't know. There's not much else to say about it.
Yeah.
Other than getting into spoilers, which I don't think we really need to do. A lot of the spoilers of the movie are the joy of the movie. Like the stuff that made our entire theater laugh and not just Skippy the Virgin. So, like... Just every time I go to a theater, I feel like I have one of these guys. Every single time, not every single time, but every single time I see like a big movie like this,
Oh, there's
a
somebody-
big, high budgeted, high market. And I know the budget wasn't very high, but high marketing with a bunch of stars. There's just someone who's just cackling at every scene or clapping or getting excited at the Marvel movies. It's just every time. It's my luck.
All right. But would you say you would pay a full admission ticket or a full price admission ticket for this?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, so
I
this
would.
movie's worth a buy.
It is.
Okay.
This weekend also released, and I don't know if we'll review it. I think we should after you see it. Past Lives.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's my best picture front runner. I told
Whoa!
you that. It is.
Whoa! And don't spoil before we even get to that
All right.
episode.
Well, we'll get to the episode, but if I had a choice between 2 movies to see this weekend, I would see Past Lives.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Ethan, I think you'd like it. So you should see Past Lives too. I'll go with you and see it if you want. We can hold hands.
Past Lives is an A24 film. Those moviegoers who know anything about A24, they don't have any bad movies yet.
No, because they give power to good
creatives.
filmmakers.
Yeah.
They let them do what they want to do.
So, I'm hopeful. I didn't even know that this movie released or was being released by A24. So I'll probably go see it too.
It's been on my radar for a while. It premiered at Sundance and did really well. But
okay.
we'll talk about that in another episode. This movie, worth the price of admission. If you like Wes Anderson, I think you got to go see it. It's fun in a theater. It's fun to have that shared laughing experience under normal circumstances, which you probably will have if you go see it.
Hopefully.
But yeah, you should give it a score, and then I'll give it.
You want me to give it a score first?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give it an 8.
Wow.
Just because of the people in the movie. I think they all did a good job not distracting from the movie itself,
And I think that's on the page too. I think the way it's written helps with that.
Yeah, but I think there are some movies where like you'll watch it and then you just get completely distracted by whoever's in the movie that you don't really care for everything else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Amsterdam actually is a good example of that, I think. Yeah, it's more of just here's our ensemble cast of all these stars, clap for them when they come on screen, and forget about plot and character and everything else. Which I think that movie fell victim to a little bit. This doesn't really.
Right?
No. I'll give it a 7-7. I'll give it a 7-7.
Okay.
Wes Anderson doesn't release bad stuff.
Yeah.
It's generally good overall. Most of his movies are. You're going to have a laugh.
Is he one of your favorite directors?
I wouldn't say he's one of my favorites just because I think his style is not... And we were just talking about this the other day, actually, and when we were talking about Ethan's movie taste. And Ethan has no idea this conversation happened, so I'm just bringing it up now right in front of him. We were talking about Ethan's movie taste, and I told you I think that there are a lot of movies that aren't made for us or me. You and I have different movie taste.
Sure.
They're not made for you always, and I can acknowledge that Wes Anderson movies are not necessarily made for me. I think they're good. I can appreciate them for what they are. I like the humor in them, but I think the style, the highly choreographed style, it's kind of worn down on me now that I've seen so many of his movies. I'm just like, okay, this is what he does. I'd like for him to expand on it a little more. It's good, but it's not gonna knock my pants off. Is he one of your favorite directors?
Yeah, I haven't seen all of his films yet, but of the ones that I have seen, he doesn't have a bad movie.
That's true.
Like a single bad movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's impressive how he has dedicated all of his... I don't know how to phrase this. Every single movie, he is so dedicated to his style of like the very washed color palette, the cardinal direction camera movement, the super... as you said, the choreographed movement, I don't know what else, honestly.
The humor is very unique. The dialogue is super unique. The
visual symmetry and all, like virtually every single shot. I mean, maybe not every, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised he's still stuck with it, and I still like it.
But I just wouldn't consider any of his movies to be like in my top, 20, 25 even. Like, I think they're good and I can appreciate them. He doesn't have a bad movie, like you said, but I wouldn't consider them I wouldn't consider them greats.
Okay.
But that's not to say it's bad.
I think the uniqueness, though, is a big draw,
It is.
The uniqueness of his style is a big
no
draw.
one else is doing what he does because he is the best at it. Well, I don't want to say no one is. I bet there are people that are trying, but he has a style that's hard to replicate.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because it's not Anderson movie is a masterpiece, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I can understand why Ethan thinks Extraction 2 is a great film, even though it's not what I would consider a great
It's definitely not.
But I can understand why people appreciate it, and I think we shit on Marvel a lot. We shit on the Fast movies.
Okay, well, they just make like McDonald's quality movies. They're just pumping things out just to pump them out and make money.
But for some people, that might be what they enjoy in movies. That might be what they go to see movies for. And that's not what I go to see movies for, but I can understand why there are movies out there for different types of viewers.
If I could spend $7 watching Dunkirk or watching Ant-Man Quantumania, I'm never watching Quantumania.
Me too. But
I would
maybe
watch
someone
Dunkirk
else out
30
there
days in a row before I watched Quantumania.
I agree with you, but maybe someone out there is. Ethan, come here.
Just
I want Ethan to just have a quick
cameo.
Word on this, yeah.
He's our Marvel cameo of the episode.
Hello.
What are your thoughts on this?
What do you
on
want
this
me to
discussion
say?
that we're having?
I'm defending you here. You should just, I don't know. What do you think that there is like a good movie taste, or it's just whatever?
I mean, everybody has their own taste in movies. So some people prefer Wes Anderson films like this one, and others prefer superhero movies. So I mean,
that's
there
simply what I was trying to say.
Superhero movies, a la The Dark Knight, a la the Batman. I mean, Spider-Man too. But I don't know. It's so diluted. All the good movies have just been diluted by garbage.
But for me, the Wes Anderson movies are now diluted because I've seen enough of them, and this wasn't like
but
a
10
great
versus 30 is like a huge difference. You know,
that's
10
true.
total movies versus like
Thank
30.
you, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you, Ethan, for coming on. You know, that's the point that I'm trying to still drive. Is like, sure, you can get tired of Scorsese, you can get tired of Tarantino, you can get tired of all of these acquired taste, all of these high-class film movies and directors, but like, I don't know. The volume that they put out is so much less.
The other thing that's, I think, more tangible, and Ethan would probably agree with this, is a lot of the Marvel movies, especially of the recent years, have had a decrease in like objective quality, even for what they're going for. They do, like we talked about in our last episode. I'm not sure if that was part that got cut out
in so many episodes.
Yeah, I know, but the half-baked CGI stuff that they just send in and say, "Fuck it, this is what we have, and we're gonna just go with it." Like that is clearly they don't care about the art of it. They just want to milk the cash cow. And so I don't like it from a business perspective of like we don't care about it at all. You know.
I have a huge gripe right now with Marvel Studios. Not that I haven't had one before. Have you seen The Secret Invasion or whatever that new TV show is?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw the first episode?
Yeah.
They have now dedicated their intros to be made with solely out of AI.
I didn't like that.
Oh, that's not,
terrible.
That's not good.
That's
I don't
actually
like that at all.
a terrible thing.
Yeah, why did they do
I
that?
don't know if it's with every show or if it's just with this.
No, but at least this show.
What do you mean by intro?
They're like intro opening title
okay.
sequence, you know, like showing director, the producer, executive producer, main cast. Like just those quick minute-long intros.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
That's
that.
made entirely out of AI.
It's really ugly.
And I
Horrible.
No. So I think it looks fine if you're not using it at the expense of hiring actual like talented individuals to work on it.
Yeah, because that's part of the art. That the title card stopped being like a throwaway moment in like the 80s or 70s even. Like title cards and things like that.
Sure,
like, they are part of the movie, and this movie we just saw is an example of that. Wes Anderson does a lot with those opening credits to show the scene. You learn a lot about setting in those moments. It's great. It's part of the art. What do you... All right, that is really nice. I didn't know
right? No, this is a new thing. And a lot of people on social media have been complaining about it. I don't know if they're going to change it or if they're going to make last-minute cuts and additions to the remaining episodes. Maybe. I think visually, it's kind of interesting, but you have artists.
Yeah, that's
you guys
awful.
usually just outsource your work to artists anyways. Just pay some people.
I'm an anti-AI individual in general.
You're talking about AI in general, right? But I'm talking about...
no, I'm talking about all of it, yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm completely anti-AI.
I do have a gripe with AI art.
I have a gripe with AI art, too. It's not art. It's not art.
Because how that stuff actually works is you source from actual other photos and images and other artwork that has been created and uploaded by real users and people. And then it's like, and people, how much of this is actually made through like artistic expression rather than just... some source code.
Well, people could argue to that. Okay, well, all art is imitation, and I think that's true. I think all art is taken from inspiration from other artists, always.
Sure.
But the AI is not a fucking human, and it can't bring in its own experiences and add that. It's imitation of everyone else's, and then it's on top of that what they're adding. I don't like what you're planning over there.
What are they mouthing?
Anyways. What I'm saying is it's not art if it's AI, because the AI can't add its own human experience on top of the imitation of the other art that it's using as inspiration, which is what all artists do.
Yeah.
But they're adding their own human experience on top of that, which the AI is not. AI doesn't have because it's a robot.
There was a trend of like people would just go on, like, remember when the whole AI art thing was popping up originally. People were just going, photo of me in a Wes Anderson film, photo of me in a Tarantino film, and it's just like, it doesn't look quite like it. And it's never going to look quite like an actual product made by Tarantino, by Wes Anderson. And things like that is why I appreciate Wes Anderson, because he's so unique,
Yes, but I'm worried about it. I'm worried about if we don't have restrictions on it, that it actually will start to look like it, because it looks enough like it now that it's concerning. It does, yeah. And the technology is only going to get better.
Well, so Photoshop now has a new thing that you can just take the lasso tool and just circle something and then just auto-generate. You can just type into a little search bar that it pops up. You just auto-generate what you want. Like, just remove this person out of the background. Fill this with a tree. So, I don't know if it's going to go away anytime soon. It may.
There needs to be regulations.
There may be some, but people are going to just be like, why would we need to regulate this?
This is a conversation for another time.
Sure.
Go see this movie if you want. Go see Past Lives. We'll probably review it soon.
We'll try to, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching. Anything else to say?
No.
All right. See ya.